Welcome in, everyone. This is the weekly tarot reading for the collective. So today we are going to be focusing on the week coming up, which is September 30th through October 6th. So we have the first week in October, shifting the months here. So we're formally in fall in the north, and in the south, you're now in spring. And as you can see, my backdrop design has changed. We are channeling Halloween energy. So happy Halloween, everyone. Also, happy birthday, Libra. We are now in the sign of Libra, so it is Libra time, which is a great time for just, harmonizing. It's a great time to focus on relationships. Since Libra does really kind of rule relationships, connections, and really wants to create harmony within dynamics, which is great. Libra's also, oversees the Justice card, which again is about karmic harmony. It's about creating balance. Whatever we've put out and we've received the potential negative consequences of our actions, Libra is helping us to now, overcome those, to integrate, to learn, right? To learn from those karmic lessons, and then to grow and to expand. So this is a collective reading, so it may resonate for some, may not for others, but some things may just pick as you may as we go through the reading to pick what resonates for you. Check out all of the, as I'm making this video, I think all of the videos, the sign tarot readings for October are out except, let's see, Leo and Virgo, which I will be posting by the end of the weekend. So you can watch those, take a look at those, watch all your sign videos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, to take a look at what is going on for you in the month of October. So let's get a little, before we start here, I'll start shuffling. We are using, of course, since we're in Halloween time, I got to make use of my Halloween cards. So I got the Halloween Oracle and the Jack-o'-lantern Tarot. So what's going on astrologically this week? Just giving you a little purview of what's coming here. So October is going to be an amazing month, as well as an intense month. So you're going to get all of that combined. So we got a lot of water energy going on. We got a lot of water energy. So that water is tied to represents the emotional body. So even last month, towards the end of the month, we had a lot of big planets moving into water signs. So we're still going to feel that this month. So there's still going to be a lot of heightened emotions. You've been working through a lot of emotions. You've probably been feeling it, things coming up, old stuff coming up, or just feeling really triggered by things. I'm just feeling that wave, right? The wave of emotions coming in and out. So that's something to be aware of still for this week. The big thing this week, the main big thing is going to be the new moon solar eclipse in Libra, which is happening on the October 2nd. So that's a big day. We have that with that new moon. It really is about new beginnings. With Libra, all about relationships, connections. So, definitely a time where we're going to potentially, it's a good time for new relationships or like starting new beginnings with people or just like new relationships starting. Creating new contracts as well. So that can be personal, relationship, or, work, business related. But also with that eclipse, it really is about releasing as well. What do we need to release? I know people love hearing that, right? I tend to get tired of that. Like, there's always something we need to release. What now, right? But life, and that's something we have to surrender to, is like, our life is a constant change. We are energy. Everything is energy. We're always renewing. We're always regenerating. We're always expanding. So, of course, there's always going to be stuff that just, what is it that doesn't serve us anymore? What do we need to release? It can be anything from, emotions that we need to release, belief systems, ideas that need to shift and change. It can be about actual physical things like relationships we need to release, work, jobs, habits, ways of just living our life. Even down to the minuscule of like releasing, cleaning out the closet, just clearing out things we haven't worn in a long time. So that's a big one this week. Also with that eclipse energy, you're going to feel more driven. You might feel motivated to actually act on things or to take action, especially around making changes. So all that energy is going to be great for kind of maybe getting, finally, if you've kind of been dragging your feet or not feeling as motivated to work on certain things or to do something, this will be a good week for that. So Venus is still in Scorpio. So we're still feeling that. That brings a lot of strong, passionate energy. Maybe feeling a lot of strong desire, again, around something. And especially around change. I know I've been feeling that. A lot of passion and a lot of strong motivation to really want to, actually make things to change, right? To actually things to finally move forward and to move in a different direction. But again, with that, you're going to get a lot of that heightened emotions. The last thing I want to call out, October 4th, we do have a trine. Venus is going to trine Saturn. So that trines are very positive energy. They're very auspicious. It's a good day finally, it's like trines are almost like the energy kind of lightens up. Like someone takes the burden off your back, or you're just feeling like a weight lifted. So that's going to be great. Very harmonious energy, feeling harmony restored. With that Venus and Saturn as well, you may, start something new or feeling something finally starting fresh. So that's going to be a great energy on October 4th. So that's the big hits for astrology. So let's get going into you're probably tired of hearing me talk. But I always find those things are helpful. So definitely circle the 2nd and the 4th and be aware of what's going on that day for yourself. So let's see, everybody, let's tap in. What is the general energies that are supporting us this week with the oracles? So we have Jack-o'-lantern, protection, spider, community and web weaving, Lady de los Muertos, acceptance and equality. So the first thing that popped out to me is if your connections, I always feel like this community and web weaving, obviously community is our connections, how we're all interrelated, how we're, intertwined with each other. This could be a week where you might have some get-togethers or something where you are connecting with family, friends, community. Another thing that popped up, if you're traveling this week with a group or something, I do feel like also there's this energy of protection this week, which is great. So if you're traveling or doing something different, or again, taking a risk, or I feel like something like doing something, taking outward action or doing something different, I do feel like you're protected right now, which I think is a great energy just to kind of allow you to calm yourself if you're looking forward to something this week and just like how it's going to play out. There's something too around being able to look at our connections or the people around us in a new way. You know, coming to that surrender and acceptance of people's true selves and who they really are, and being okay with that and allowing them to be that we are all different, we're all diverse. And that's what too creates this very interesting web, right? It's that addition of all those different factors. So there's, you know, this is totally spot on with being in Libra energy right now, because this is really around our connections, our relationships, and kind of this acceptance and equality of how things change, right? How things change and shift. And it's almost like, you know, when we go through a transformation or kind of a death process too, we need to be accepting of what the new is. And we have those new beginnings energy with that new moon eclipse. So really spot on with the astrological energy. So let's dive in to the tarot and see what else comes up for this week. So underneath the first card, we have Four of Cups. I'm picking up on this with this Four of Cups for this week. You know, there's this sense of feeling a little alone or left out or a bit lonely. Like you've been spending some time alone, maybe focusing on the connections you don't have that aren't as fulfilling for you. Like this could be about also accepting just how life is right now, and that maybe you're kind of looking around like, you know, because again, the cups relate to emotions and really focusing on what you don't have, like the connections you don't have, and that you don't have a lot of connections that are very fulfilling for you, that really fulfill you from a soul level. But I do feel like there's a lot of, you know, protection as far as like divine energy that's surrounding you right now, and supporting you so that you don't feel as alone. Six of Wands, I like this. So you're definitely overcoming this. I feel like this is going from like a very lone wolf energy, being alone out in the cold, to the Six of Wands is really about, you know, in the normal like tarot Rider-Waite deck, you know, the horseman is there's a bunch of people around him, like looking at him, recognizing him, wanting to connect with him, seeing him as someone that's really successful and amazing. So I do feel like you're overcoming this, and also you're moving from maybe a period where you were more, you know, recluse and alone, and maybe there wasn't as many people who are trying to connect, to a place where there is more connection. So you may be connecting with people this week. Knight of Wands here. Something's going to move forward fast in regards to a decision or connections with the Lovers. We have the Five of Cups and the Two of Wands and the Three of Cups. So yeah, this is definitely about, there's something about actively moving towards, deciding to actively move towards, again, people or connections or spending time with others. There's something about a union too, the union and harmony within, to help you to deal with or integrate or overcome this Five of Cups energy, which is loss, grief, or sadness. And that could be sadness around a loss of connections that you've maybe have dealt with recently, or maybe it's just a pattern of feeling like all those great connections that you once had, you no longer have them anymore. And like, how do you move forward to a place of strong connections again and feeling really connected in a way that is your true self, right? That you actually, you know, resonate with each other and you're aligned in that way. Okay. So yeah, definitely this is all a theme about connections. And what are those connections in our life? How are they filling us or sucking us dry or the lack thereof? So let's keep going here. So we have the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Five of Swords. I'm just going to keep going here. Five of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Six of Swords. So we are moving in a better direction, which I like. I definitely feel like there's a lesson here, or again, a karmic. We're in Libra. There's some kind of karmic pattern or karmic, you know, this is like karmic energy that you've had to just kind of play out as part of this pattern or as part of your life. And this is specifically, we're referring again to what are relationships, connections, and what has been the karmic pattern in that? What is the lesson you've had to become aware of in regards to your patterns, relationships, and gaining clarity? Like, look at this. The Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords is really finally seeing things clearly, finding clarity, and like aligning what's really your truth. And it's finally like almost like identifying like what kind of connections do you really want? And what is it that, and the only way to really do that is to bring those in, is you have to figure out who you are. Who are you? And what is your authentic self? What is your truth? How do you want to live your life? What are your ideas and beliefs? And finding people that align with you in that way. And it's almost like the Queen of Swords is cutting through any crap here with the Five of Swords. Like cutting through, and this could be the pattern that you've dealt with. This is really dealing with people who really kind of are selfish. They kind of only think of themselves. That can be people who only reach out when they want something from you. It's those type of people. This is also controlling people. People who always have to have it their way. And it kind of is always that energy that feels like there's always a little bit of like offness within this connection. Like it's never really feels like just right. These types of people also, like, I call them death eaters. Like they kind of just suck the energy from you. You walk away not feeling the best. You don't feel like they really see you, that they value you, right? This is about value as well. What is it that you value? And like making it a priority. Because again, same thing with the Five of Pentacles. We have two fives here. This is about relationships where you always kind of feel out in the cold, or you always just feel like it's challenging for you. It makes you feel bad. And you know, these relationships don't create abundance for you. They don't feel abundant, right? They don't bring abundance to you. And it's not about people like giving you things like physically or money. Like this can also be about just like, you know, when we think of a relationship is abundant, it's like, what does it provide you? Like, again, that fuel, that energy, does it give you love and compassion and see you and make you feel great? But I like this moving in a new direction here. And I'm going to do a little bit different spread here. I'm going to pick one more of like, where are we going? Where are we headed? And I have cards flying here. So we have Seven of Swords. I feel like the Seven of Swords is more escaping this. It's almost like escaping this in a way that's as easy as possible, minimizing disruption or conflict or challenge. The King of Wands. Yeah, these two cards together I don't like. So this is like, these three cards together are very difficult relationships. This could be people that you just don't trust either, or they've really betrayed you or just aren't good. But I also feel like that's, you know, that Seven of Swords can be about escaping this sort of situations or relationships. And then you have that King of Wands. You know, obviously we all want to be connected to a King of Wands type. You know, they are, but with the Seven of Wands, like these people can be very charming. They may originally look great and you may really want to connect with them. And it appears to be something great coming in your life, but it's almost like this is a little bit of a facade. Like they're lying, like they kind of put on that image to get people to, you know, to create connections, but that's not really how they are. So that, again, could be another pattern here. I'm just going to get one clarifier for this. Yeah, you're definitely not seeing something. So this could be tied to someone specific who appears to be a King of Wands for you, but I think you're a little blind to the truth behind this person. And that's where this Ace of Swords and Queen of Swords is going to be really vital for you to cut through this crap and to finally be like, I see you, call them out, say, you know, this is who I am. This is what I'm going to, really communicating how you feel as well. This is a lot of swords energy, and we're in a period where there's a lot of water energy. So there's definitely a conflict here with the astrological energy, which I think is causing you a little conflict this week. Because this is really thinking, logic, and I don't see any cups except the Five of Cups, which is about sadness. And I think it's because, oh, we do have a Three of Cups. So underneath here, we have a lot of cups. And what's happening is I think your physical reality and your experience has created a lot of emotional baggage, emotional, like, not good feelings here. You've been carrying a lot of, as far as emotions about this or how you feel, it hasn't been great. It hasn't. So I feel like this protection card is almost like saying, it's safe to be you, to speak your truth, and to kind of, again, cut through this bull crap. And you may be a little nervous about how people are going to respond to this, or the backlash, or the consequences. But again, I think you can feel confident and safe that this card here, the Lady de los Muertos, is also about an endings or kind of endings of things. And I feel like there's going to be relationships that you identify that you do have to release. So we talked about that new moon energy with that eclipse is about too, what do we need to release? And I think it's becoming really clear about what are the relationships that you're like, yeah, I don't need this in my life anymore. And you're really going to finally take the blindfold off. Already, first week of October in Spotlight on Relationships, which makes complete sense. Because we want to shift. By the end of the month, we need to go out of all these crappy emotions and feeling shitty in regards to, you know, how we feel in our relationships, and moving to a place of like, we finally are going to actively make decisions to be tied to people that actually have a full cup to offer you and have something that is of value to you. They're valuable to you. And I think for a long time, your connections have not seen the value in you. They haven't valued you, and you've really felt that energy. So, all right, everyone, I will leave you with that. Thanks for joining in this week. Have a good first week of October. Enjoy all the fall festivities or the spring blooms in your area, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.